Hi there. Frivolous. The definition of frivolous is not having any serious purpose or value, or of a person carefree and superficial. See the book definition. Let's see how fast I can find the book definition. Let's go. Okay, frivolous. No, let's go. I bet I can find a fish swiftly. I bet I can find it swiftly. Okay, FR, and then I need an I. FRI. Okay, FRIV. Let's look. No. Further along. Nope. Here we go, frivolous. All right, found it. How long did that take me? Frivolous, okay. Lacking a serious purpose, pleasure loving. Okay, there you go, pleasure loving. It's a book definition of frivolous. So an example of being frivolous would be going to the club and spending all your money on drinks and alcohol and on girls who don't even like you. You know, if you go to the club and you have to the only way you can get girls' attention is buying them a drink. Oh, let me buy you a drink. If that's the only way you can get a girl to like you, that's frivolous. You know, you're carefree, you're superficial, you don't have any serious purpose or value, because you're spending all your money on useless bullshit. Going to the shop and buying tons and tons of clothes just for the sake of it, because you want people to give you external validation, that's frivolous. Another example of being frivolous is buying lots of cars because nobody gives you attention, and so you just buy lots of short-term gratification things, like maybe you buy expensive cars not because you like them, but just because you want validation from other people. If you buy cars because you like them or you're really into cars, then that's not frivolous. But if you're buying something just for the validation of other people, then that's frivolous. Another example of being frivolous is going to lots of parties when you should be working. Maybe you should be studying, and you're like, no, I want to go get drunk. I want to go feel good, like hedonistically. That's a bit frivolous because you don't have any serious purpose or value, and you're carefree and you're superficial, which means you're living in the moment. You're in the now. You're closer to the surface. You're just, superficial. You're living in the moment, which is like, oh, YOLO, which is so dumb. You only live once. Yeah, sure you do. So you should probably, if you only live once, then you should probably do the best you can. You should probably play the most magnificent game you can. But no, you're just, I'm carefree, superficial, let's go drink alcohol. Yeah, whatever. You're frivolous. You have no purpose, you have no value, nobody values you because you're frivolous. You're not competent, nobody respects you. Example of being frivolous. Maybe you have something that is frivolous. You could say, oh, this thing is frivolous. Maybe, maybe you have a tortoise shell that you stole off a dead tortoise, and you have that in your room for no reason and it has no value to you. That's frivolous. Like those teenagers who steal the traffic cones. They're like, look at me, I've got traffic cones in my room. They take pictures of it and they're like, oh, I stole property. They like steal like road signs and traffic cones and stuff. And they're like edgy and like, oh, look at this. And that's frivolous. It doesn't have any purpose or value. It's just there. It's like, oh, look at me. Look how cool I am. I stole this. It's like, yeah, that's frivolous. That's some examples of frivolous. What else have we got? What's some examples of frivolous? Let's have a look. Obsessing over social media validation, spending excessive time creating a perfect online image, chasing likes and followers, or engaging in petty online arguments while neglecting real-world relationships and personal growth. Partying without purpose. Basically what I said. Frequently attending parties or social events purely for superficial fun, status, or escapism, while avoiding responsibilities like studying, working, or building meaningful connections. Definitely. I think responsibility is very important nowadays. I feel like people lack this responsibility. I feel like the world currently is a bit too chaotic. We should add some order in there. Add some more order, You want to be a bit more ordered. You want to have a balance. Too much of anything is bad. Too much chocolate is bad, but too much strawberries is bad. If you only ate strawberries, you're not going to be healthy. You're just not. You won't get enough protein, probably. You'll probably have lots of protein, lots of fructose, not good for you. If you eat lots of chocolate, you're going to have lots of glucose, not much protein, too much sugar. Your sugar levels will be out of the fucking roof. You don't want that. If you eat too much toast, it's not good for you. If you eat too much of a lot of things, it's not good for you. If you do too much cardio, it's probably not good for you. You want to do enough cardio, but you don't want to do too much. If you do too much watching TV, that's not good for you either. Too much of anything isn't good for you. Too much chaos isn't good for you. Too much order isn't good for you. If you have too many rules in a game, the game's not fun. But if you have no rules in a game, then the game's not fun either. Imagine basketball with people bringing shotguns and knives, stabbing their opponents. That's a game, that's basketball, a game without rules. But imagine basketball with too many rules. You're only allowed to do this in this way. And if you do it any differently, then you're out. And everybody gets out because there's too many rules. So you want a balance of chaos and order. And that's why responsibility is important, because it allows for that balance. And accountability, which is similar to responsibility. Maybe I'll make videos on that. Who knows? I'm just practicing my vocabulary, expanding my vocabulary, and I'm just practicing talking because I want to get better at talking. That's why I'm making these videos. Also because it's like, why not leave an online presence? You know, maybe I'll die tomorrow. Who knows? Not in a nihilistic way. I feel like if I did die tomorrow, it'd be of the will of God, and that's okay. And I'd be accepting of that. I'd be okay with it. I'm not really. I want to do more. I think I have more potential, and I'm not going to, because I'm better. I'm too good to do that. I've bigger fish to fry than just to die tomorrow. So I won't do that. But I think leaving an online presence either way is a good idea. But for the most part, I think I'm doing this for practicing my speech and pronunciation and becoming more compendious, because I talk to people. I talk to a lot of people already, and I just want to get better at talking to people. And I think I want to get more compendious, and I also want to expand my vocabulary. So yeah, that's the definition of frivolous.